everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry Budgets and I am a 33-year-old newly married woman in the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. My husband and I are trying to pay off debt and save for our first house while trying to navigate spending money on ourselves as well as being smart about our money. So, with that out of the way, today we're going to be going through one of our paychecks, our last paycheck for the month of August. This one's going to be a little bit smaller than the last paycheck that I budgeted. My husband and I get paid differently. We both work. We're both full-time remote employees, which helps a lot with some of our expenses, which you'll see is why we normally don't put a lot of money towards gas, because we don't really drive a lot of places other than for groceries and you know, things that we need to go out and buy. So we're going to be doing that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take out my little pen case here, and I'm going to pick, what do I want? I'm gonna pick this brown color because I don't know, I'm feeling brown. Actually, hold on. Okay, I realized I didn't have my rings on. I had them in my pocket, and I've lost my rings by putting them in my pocket plenty of times, so, oh, that's so dark. Anyway, it's fine. I just won't use it for any other coloring on this page anyway. Okay, so this is our last paycheck for the month of August, and we got it on the 27th. And the amount that we have is $1,938.22. So that is our total, because we didn't get any interest or anything from our high yield savings account that we normally get on the 20th of every month. My husband and I both use Ally, and we put most of our money, including a lot of our sinking funds and things like that, in our Ally high yield savings account, because at least then the money is working for us instead of sitting out in envelopes. I'm trying to find a way that works for me to have physical envelopes and physical money while also capitalizing on that. But I haven't really found one yet. So if anybody has any systems out there that they really like, please let me know. Okay, so the first bill that we have is Adobe. This is my video editing software, and it is $34.49 a month, which is outrageous, by the way, that they make you pay a monthly fee for it instead of being able to buy it outright. I remember when you could buy these things outright, and it's ridiculous. I need to use Adobe because I was using DaVinci Resolve for a while, but for some reason, any videos that I pull from my phone now are not in a format that DaVinci Resolve can actually use. So I'm being forced to use Adobe because I can't find a decent video editing software, which is making me think, well, maybe I should go to Apple, because I know that at least the Apple software is free and usable, and a lot of people do use it. So the next bill is Notion. I'm trying out Notion and Notion AI. I've used it for 1 month, and I really like it so far. So I'm using it as a repository for all of the stuff that I've learned at my job. And it's great because it can search through all of the pages when I ask a question, and anything that I've maybe learned or notes that I've gathered, I can quickly search it up and kind of compile everything into one message so that I don't have to go digging through everything. And last but not least is electric. My husband and I have been helping my mom with the electric bill, which is naturally going to be increasing since him and I have moved in. So at least she's letting us help with that. But we are also now beyond groceries, we're helping her with a couple of other things, which makes me a lot happier than just living here and not helping her with some of her bills. So let's add this up. So we have $34.49 plus the 10 plus 200, which leaves us with a total of $244.49 for our bills this pay period. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. $244.49 minus the total, which was $1,938.22. That leaves us with $1,693.73. Oh my gosh, that's a weird 3. Okay, next is envelopes. So we don't have a lot of envelopes. I'm sure I've mentioned that in my previous videos, but these are the ones that we find easiest to use in person, and we don't get penalized for having only cash for it, like date night. So grocery, you know what? Yeah, okay, never mind. So grocery, $100. Kuma, who is our dog, gets 20. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna see if I can find him some new toys, because ever since moving into this house, he's seemed not himself, and we've been here for about 4 months. He's much quieter. He lays around a lot more. He just doesn't seem peppy and happy, and I don't think it's because of his age, because just 4 months ago he was normal or fine, but I don't know. I'm worried about him. Dine Out, we're going to give $100. Part of the reason why we give so much to Dine Out is, and I know that this sounds like a really silly excuse because I could just make sandwiches, but every weekend we've been going out looking at houses, and, you know, we'll stop by a Quick Check or a 7-Eleven and we'll grab some food from there, coffee from there, and it adds up. And since we're not paying rent, I figure why not make it a little bit more easy on us. Miscellaneous always gets $20. Gas this week is going to get $20. It takes about 30 to fill up our tank, and I think we have 30 in there right now. Coffee normally gets 20, but I'm going to give it 25. I have a long weekend from work this weekend. I have Thursday through Monday off, so I might go out and get myself an extra little treat. Since I'm probably going to be outside and not home working Thursday and Friday. Phone gets $10. Our bill every month, I think, is $25. So I just put $10 in it every month and give my mom a little bit extra, since she is the main account holder for the bill. So I give her the money. Hair, $10. This is soon going to be depleted because my husband just got his hair done, and I'm going to go get my hair done soon. Okay, what do we got here? So we have a 100 for grocery, 20 for Kuma, 100 for Dine Out. Miscellaneous and gas is 40 plus 25 plus another 20 is 305. So that's how much we're going to have to take out from the bank. So now we subtract from the remaining, or subtract with the remaining, leaving us with $1,388.73. Okay, now we're gonna move on to sinking funds. We just completely depleted our car maintenance sinking fund. My husband went and got the car checked out. We needed to get new tires, we needed to get new brakes, we needed to get a bunch of new stuff. And thankfully he was able to find some really good deals on tires, because the first person he went to said that he was going to charge him alone for the tires. I think it was like $1,400 just to replace the tires. I couldn't believe it, but he found a good deal. So now we're not paying as much as they were going to have us pay. But now our car maintenance fund is completely depleted as of this week. So I'm going to start adding back into it next week. Okay, so sinking funds. We have tolls. Like I said, since we're going every weekend, we need to have tolls pretty beefed up since we're crossing over the bridges every weekend. Tolls gets 30. Moving. I'm hoping that I can manifest us finding a house by adding into our moving sinking fund. I know that sounds silly, but $20 for moving. Home gym again. My husband, whenever we get a house, he'd like to have a home gym, so I'm hoping we can manifest the house by adding money into these sinking funds. So I'm giving it a big boost of 100. Might not add into it again for a while, but we'll see. And then one of my hobbies is language learning. I'm currently learning Japanese. My husband and I had our honeymoon in Japan for a month. We were there for a month. And I had been learning Japanese for about 2.5, 3 years before that. And just being able to speak the language in a country that its main language isn't English was just, there was something so nice about it, and people were so kind to me, and it was just, I want to keep learning the language. It's a great language. It's very difficult, but I do love it. So that's what that's about. I'm hoping maybe soon to also start learning Greek. So I would like to try to beef this up a little bit more too, so that I can have 2 teachers. Okay, next, Amazon. We order a lot of miscellaneous things from Amazon, so I like to have a good amount in there too, so that's getting $20. Beauty is going to get $20. I'm looking at a list of my sinking funds over on the left-hand side, in case you're wondering why I'm pausing. We'll do birthday next, because there's a couple of birthdays coming up in the fall, and I'll add $25. Clothing, I'll also add $25 because sometimes you just need a new pair of underwear, you know? I don't know why I said that. Copay, $40. Date night. Date night, I'm going to also add $40. In case we want to go out and do something. It's very expensive to do anything out here, though. I'm sure it's the same pretty much everywhere in America now. Everything just seems so expensive no matter where you go, so I don't know why I talk about it as if it's just an isolated problem in the New York City area. Okay, home. Home, I'm hoping again to manifest, so I'm going to put 60 in there for furniture for our new home whenever we get it. And then each of our allowances, we get $20 every pay period to spend as we wish. So I'm going to start not actually spending this money if I can help it, and maybe even putting a little bit more towards it, because my husband's birthday is in October. So our wedding anniversary is in October and his birthday is in October. So I would like to get him something nice for his birthday. And how do you guys handle it? If you share your finances with a significant other and you do a system like this and you want to buy them a gift, how do you do it? Do you just have a general gift sinking fund that if you want to buy them something, you can just pull from that? Or do you save your personal money? Or how do you do it? Please tell me down in the comments below, because that's the one thing about this entire process that gave me pause when we first started it, because I like giving gifts. I think it's one of my love languages. And so being constrained to him seeing how much I'm spending on something as a gift for him, I feel like kind of takes away part of the surprise. If he sees like a charge from I don't know, like bodybuilding.com for a certain amount of money, he'll be like, oh, she bought me something. So tell me how you handle that down below, because I'd be really curious. Okay, so I don't have any more room here. I have a couple more sheets that I want to get through. I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 up there that I want to finish before I start printing out my new Paycheck budget sheets that give me a lot more room here and less room in these areas, so that I can that I've readjusted everything so that I have more room for all of the sinking funds that I have, which are a lot. Okay. So next is, where should I put it? Probably up here. Kuma Emergency Fund. I'm going to give him 40. I want to boost that up because how quickly the car emergency fund depleted made me worried that, like, oh my gosh, God forbid something happens to my dog. I don't think I'll have enough money to handle it. So I'm going to boost that up. What else? Let's do LASIK for my husband and then lawnmower. Again, this paycheck is all about manifestation of a house. Okay, let's add this up. So 40 plus 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 20 plus 100 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 50 plus 40 plus 40, 60 plus another 40 is $520. Okie dokie. Let me just double check that. I don't know why. I feel like that's wrong. Yep, that's right. Okay. Now we subtract the 1388.73, and that's $868.73 left over. So because we're hard focusing on getting a bigger down payment for a house, I'm going to skip the extra debt again this week and extra savings. We've been trying to invest some more, so I'm going to put $100 into our Fidelity investment. And then for the house down payment, I'm going to put the remainder. So that's $768.73. So that would mean that this is the total $868.73 with 0 remaining. Okay. So let's just double check these numbers one more time. The total income was $1938.22. The total bills was $244.49. The total envelopes was $305. Total sinking funds was $520. And then 0 total debt. Total savings was $868.73. So let's do that. 1938.22 minus 244.49. Oops, I gotta do it over. 193. I'll go slower. See, no, that was right. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go slower. Minus 4449. 305, 520, 68, 73, 0. Perfect. So this week I thought I would show you what my husband and I do after we finish our budget. Is we will go into our Ally immediately and distribute all of the money that we've allocated towards our different sinking funds. So we do this immediately, that way we don't forget, and the money is there in case it needs to be used. So I've gone ahead and I've transferred the $520 that is supposed to go into the sinking funds for this week, and I'm going to just show you kind of what I do here. So we tap on the core savings bucket because I just put it in there at first, and then I tap distribute money. So I'm going to try, I have it zoomed in a lot because otherwise it captures the phone weird, and this seemed to fix it. So I apologize if it's not the best way to see, but then I hit choose multiple. So then you can see all of our different buckets here and how much we have. So I'm just going to go through it, and I'm going to add up the number that I am adding in to the number that's currently in there to give it a new total, because I have to readjust based off of that. So I have my little calculator here. Okay, we didn't do anything for Christmas, so that skipped. Date night got, what did date night get? I'm gonna scooch you over a little bit. Date night got 40, so that makes this 180, 187. Okay, all right, and then as I go through, I have a little highlighter or a pen that I'll check things off with. So this time I'm going to use a little highlighter. I'm going to use this little blue one. So date night got added. You know what? Actually, yeah, let me do that because sometimes this breaks. And I'll explain after I go through everything. So next is LASIK. LASIK got $20, so this makes it an even $200. Okay. Oops. You can't see me highlighting, but I'm highlighting. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go through this, and I'm going to see if I can speed it up. Okay, so that's it for our budget sheet. Now the next step for me is to go to the bank before it closes and get this cash out. And then in the next video, or hopefully the next video, I will cash stuff my envelopes and we'll be good to go for the week. Thanks so much for watching. If you stuck to the end, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hang out in the berry bunch. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.